The grocery store parking lot was nearly empty at 9 p.m. Maya Chen gathered her bags from the trunk, balancing them carefully as she headed toward her car. She'd worked late again, another case, another deadline. Her husband David would understand. He always did. She was reaching for her keys when she heard the voice behind her. "Excuse me, ma'am." Maya turned. A police officer stood about 10 feet away, his hand resting casually on his belt. White, early 30s, with cold blue eyes that swept over her like she was already guilty of something. "Yes, officer." Maya kept her tone polite. Professional. Years of being a black woman in America had taught her the rules of this game. "We've had reports of shoplifting in this area." His voice was flat, accusatory. "I need to see your receipt." Maya blinked. "My receipt? I just came from the office. These groceries are from earlier today. Then it should be easy to show me the receipt." "Officer, I don't carry receipts around for hours after." "Ma'am, I'm asking you nicely." He stepped closer. "Show me your receipt or I'll have to assume these items are stolen." Maya felt the familiar crawl of anger mixed with fear. She'd done nothing wrong. Nothing. But she knew how this worked. Knew that wrong or right didn't matter when you looked like her and the cop looked like him. "What's your name, officer?" She pulled out her phone slowly, deliberately. His eyes narrowed. "Officer Ryan Booker." "And what do you think you're doing with that phone?" "I'm recording this interaction for my safety." "Your safety?" Booker laughed, sharp and mean. "Put the phone down. Now. I have a right to record." "I said put it down." His hand moved to his weapon. "Don't make me ask again." Maya's heart hammered, but she kept the phone up. "Officer Booker, I've broken no laws. I'm standing in a public parking lot with groceries I legally purchased. I have a right to record this interaction. You're interfering with a police investigation." "What investigation? What crime are you investigating?" Booker's face flushed red. "The crime of a suspicious person refusing to cooperate with law enforcement." "Suspicious because I'm black and carrying groceries." The words hung in the air between them. Dangerous words. True words. Booker moved fast. Before Maya could react, he grabbed her wrist, twisting her arm behind her back. The phone clattered to the pavement. "You're under arrest for resisting." "I'm not resisting anything." Maya tried to pull away, but his grip tightened, pain shooting up her arm. "You're hurting me. Stop resisting." "I'm not." His arm wrapped around her neck from behind. Tight. Too tight. Maya couldn't breathe, couldn't scream. Her vision started to blur at the edges. She clawed at his arm, panic overriding everything else. This couldn't be happening. Not here. Not in a grocery store parking lot in suburban Virginia. Black spots danced in her vision. Her knees buckled. Somewhere, distantly, she heard shouting. Other voices. People running. "Let her go. Jesus Christ, you're killing her." The pressure released suddenly. Maya collapsed to the pavement, gasping, her throat on fire. She heard scuffling. More voices. Sirens in the distance. When her vision cleared, she saw a teenage kid, maybe 17, white, with shaggy hair and a horrified expression, standing between her and Officer Booker. "I recorded the whole thing," the kid was saying, his phone held up. "You attacked her for no reason. She wasn't resisting. She wasn't doing anything." Booker's face was twisted with rage. "You need to step back, son, before I arrest you too for." "For what?" "For stopping you from murdering someone." The kid's voice shook but he didn't move. "My dad's a lawyer. I know my rights. And I know what I just saw." More people had gathered now. A woman in scrubs. An elderly man. A young couple. All watching. All with their phones out. All witnessing. Maya pushed herself up to sitting, her hand going to her throat. It felt crushed. Wrong. She tried to speak but only a croak came out. The sirens were closer now. 2 more police cruisers pulled into the parking lot, lights flashing. Booker straightened his uniform, his face smoothing into something calmer. "Professional. These officers will take your statements," he announced to the crowd. "I was conducting a routine investigation when this woman became violent and..." "That's a lie." The teenager's voice cracked. "I have video." She never touched you. You grabbed her. You choked her. A sergeant stepped out of one of the cruisers. Older, black, with tired eyes that had seen too much. His nameplate read, Harris. What's going on here, Booker? Booker launched into his version. Suspicious behavior. Refusal to comply. Aggressive resistance. He made it sound reasonable. Justified. Like he was the victim. Maya tried to speak again, but her voice was gone. Just painful rasping sounds. The teenage kid thrust his phone at Sergeant Harris. That's all lies. Watch the video. She didn't do anything. Harris took the phone, his expression unreadable as he watched. Maya saw his jaw tighten. His eyes go hard. Get the paramedics over here, he ordered, gesturing to Maya. She needs medical attention. Sarge, she was resisting. Now, Booker. Harris' tone left no room for argument. As EMTs rushed over to check Maya's throat, Harris pulled Booker aside. Maya couldn't hear what they were saying, but Booker's body language screamed defensive. Angry. Entitled. The EMT examining her was gentle, his hands careful on her damaged throat. Ma'am, you need to go to the hospital. There could be serious damage. Can you tell me your name? Maya tried to speak. Nothing came out but a whisper of air. It's okay, the EMT said quickly. Don't try to talk. Just nod or shake your head. Are you in pain? Maya nodded. Can you breathe okay? She nodded again, though it hurt like hell. Anyone we can call. Family. Friend. Maya pointed to her phone on the ground. The teenage kid scooped it up, bringing it to her. She typed with shaking fingers, David Chen, husband. The EMT pulled out his own phone. What's his number? Maya typed it out. The EMT dialed. Hello, Mr. Chen. This is Paramedic Williams from Fairfax County. Your wife has been injured and we're transporting her to Fairfax Hospital. She's conscious and stable but unable to speak due to a throat injury. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, as soon as possible would be good. He hung up. Your husband is on his way to the hospital. Let's get you loaded up. As they guided her onto the stretcher, Maya's eyes found Sergeant Harris. He was watching her, something complicated on his face. Guilt, shame, recognition that this had gone too far. Ma'am, he approached carefully, I need to get your statement about what happened here tonight. Can you write it out? Maya nodded. He handed her a notepad. With trembling hands, she wrote. Officer Booker demanded receipt for groceries. I explained I didn't have it. He accused me of shoplifting. I began recording for my safety. He ordered me to stop. I asserted my rights. He grabbed me, twisted my arm, then choked me until I couldn't breathe. I never touched him. I never resisted. There are multiple witnesses and video evidence. She handed it back. Harris read it, his face like stone. Thank you, ma'am. We'll be in touch. He looked at the EMT. Make sure she gets copies of all medical reports. And get photos of any bruising or injuries. As the ambulance doors closed, Maya caught one last glimpse of Officer Booker. He stood by his cruiser. Arms crossed, looking annoyed. Not sorry. Not scared. Just annoyed that his night had gotten complicated. Like he'd done this before and gotten away with it. The ambulance pulled away, sirens wailing. Maya closed her eyes, her throat throbbing, her wrist aching where he'd twisted it. She thought about her husband. David Chen, Federal Prosecutor for the Eastern District of Virginia. The man who'd spent the last 8 years of his career prosecuting civil rights violations and police misconduct. The man who'd won every single case he'd ever tried. Officer Ryan Booker had no idea what he'd just done. No idea who he'd just attacked. And when David found out, when he saw what Booker had done to his wife, Maya almost felt sorry for him. Almost. The hospital room was too bright. Too loud. Maya sat on the examination table while a doctor examined her throat, pressing gently, asking her to try to make sounds. Significant bruising to the larynx, the doctor murmured, making notes. Petechial hemorrhaging in the eyes. Signs consistent with strangulation. She looked up, her eyes sympathetic. Mrs. Chen, you're lucky. Another few seconds and we could be looking at crushed cartilage or worse. Maya tried to respond but only managed a painful wheeze. Don't try to talk, the doctor said quickly. Your vocal cords are inflamed. You need complete voice rest for at least a week. We'll prescribe pain medication and anti-inflammatories. She paused. I'm also required to report this to the police as a violent assault. And I'm strongly recommending you file charges. The door burst open. David Chen rushed in, his suit jacket askew, his normally composed face twisted with fear and fury. Maya. He was at her side instantly, his hands cupping her face, his eyes searching hers. Oh God, baby, I'm so sorry. I came as fast as I could. Are you okay? What happened? She tried to speak. He put a finger gently on her lips. Don't talk. Just. He saw the bruising on her throat, dark purple marks in the clear shape of an arm. His whole body went rigid. Who did this to you? Maya pointed to the notepad the doctor offered. She wrote, police officer. Grocery store parking lot. Accused me of shoplifting. I recorded. He attacked me. Choked me. David read it. Then read it again. When he looked up, Maya had never seen that expression on his face before. Cold. Deadly. The face of a federal prosecutor who'd just found his next case. Name, he said, his voice lethal calm. I need the officer's name. Ryan Booker. Fairfax County PD. David pulled out his phone, already dialing. Sarah. It's David. I need you to pull everything we have on a Fairfax County officer named Ryan Booker. Yes, tonight. Yes, I know what time it is. Because he just assaulted my wife. His voice cracked on the last word. Get me his file, his complaint history, his arrest records, everything. I want it on my desk in an hour. He hung up, then dialed again. Chief Taylor. David Chen. I'm calling to inform you that one of your officers, Ryan Booker, violently assaulted my wife in a grocery store parking lot tonight. No, I will not calm down. She's in the hospital with strangulation injuries. Yes, strangulation. As in he choked her unconscious. His voice rose. And unless your department wants to add federal civil rights charges to the assault charges, I suggest you suspend Officer Booker immediately and begin an internal investigation. Maya watched her husband work, feeling something warm spread through her chest despite the pain. This was David in prosecutor mode. Relentless. Brilliant. Terrifying. I don't care what his version is, David continued. There are multiple witnesses and video evidence. And unless you handle this properly, I will personally ensure that your entire department undergoes a federal consent decree investigation. He paused. Do we understand each other, Chief? Good. I expect Officer Booker in custody within the hour. He ended the call and turned back to Maya, his expression softening. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. She shook her head, reaching for his hand. She wrote, don't apologize. I love you. Thank you. Love you too, baby. He kissed her forehead gently. And I promise you, he's going to pay for this. Not just lose his job. Not just a slap on the wrist. Prison time. Civil damages. Everything. The doctor cleared her throat. Mr. Chen, we need to keep your wife overnight for observation. With strangulation injuries, there's risk of delayed complications. Swelling, breathing problems. Whatever she needs, David said immediately. Best room you have. Private. And, he looked at the doctor seriously.